Hey, welcome guys. In this video I'm doing a review of the Ring Stick-Up Cam 2nd generation. It's an upgrade to the first version as the 2nd generation has better motion detection, a 1080p camera, night vision, two-way audio, and power over Ethernet option for the wired powered option. It's a small security camera that integrates with smart home devices, which I'll get more into in a little bit. It's quite small and easy to hide even on a shelf if you plan to use it inside, but it can also work as an outdoor security camera. To help camouflage it, say outside at night, it also comes in black. The base can easily be adjusted based on the angle of your choice and turned out of various ways. There are also plenty of screws and brackets to allow you to mount the base outside on a fence, for example, or inside against the wall, and much more. Under the base plate is where the screws can be used. There's actually 3 versions of the Stick-Up Cam available. One with a hardwired power connection that I have. It can receive power through a micro USB port that comes with a power adapter to connect to a power outlet. Or you can have it receive power over Ethernet, which is a very nice touch. The power cord comes in 2 types in the box in the version that I have. One is an 8-foot cord for indoor use, and the other is a very long 23-foot cord for outdoor use. The next version is a battery-powered version. According to Ring, the battery should last about 6 months. For as little downtime as possible when you're switching the battery out, it has a quick release feature, and you can swap it in with another battery almost immediately. The last version is actually the battery version, but it also comes with a small solar panel. According to Ring, if it receives just a few hours of sunlight a day, it'll allow it to run consistently, and there shouldn't be much worry about recharging. For internet connectivity, it supports 802.11bgn, which means you can use it over 2.4 or 5 GHz frequency, and the wired version also has an Ethernet port. If you have an Amazon Echo Show, you can command it to display the live feed on it. Unfortunately, it doesn't work with Google Assistant since Amazon owns Ring. It has an IPX5 rating, so it's water resistant and designed to work in temperatures from -20 degrees to 48 degrees Celsius. The Ring app, which is available for Android and iOS, is where most of the controls are. The initial setup was an absolute breeze and took under 5 minutes. Although the setup process did surprise me, actually in reality it scared me a little, since the camera talks during the setup, but out of nowhere at a really loud volume. There is a siren alarm built inside if you activate it with the motion sensors. Let's take a volume sample from about 5 feet away. Okay, so as you guys can see, all audio is being recorded to the Ring Stick-Up Cam. The quality of the colors is pretty good. That's why I'm wearing this really bright yellow sweater, just to give you guys an idea of what it looks like. I can turn my gaming chair around, just so you can hear it rolling across, hear how sensitive the microphone is. Because the noise it makes in real life is pretty low, the volume that comes out of the rollers on the bottom. So I just want to show how sensitive the microphone is, which is a good thing. And of course, if I switch over to night vision mode, it'll flip over and turn on the infrared sensors, and there you have it. And of course, this is with color mode on, with night mode. So basically trying to detail colors as much as possible. And this time I switched over to night mode, but with color mode off. It's just black and white. I really don't notice much of a difference between the two. I leave color mode on, but they look pretty similar. But, you know, the quality is still pretty decent considering how dark it is out here. So this is the homepage of the Ring app. So as you can see right here at the top, I have the alarm controls and the Ring doorbell, because I do have the Ring alarm system and the Ring smart doorbell. I'll put links to both reviews in the video description. You can see it says dining room, even though it's actually my basement right now. I just put dining room when I was quickly testing it out, but it's actually my basement in my office. And here you can actually control a lot of the settings of the Ring Stick-Up Cam itself. So for example, you can go through event history. So if you have any motion detection areas set up, it'll show you what happened, or your history of when you checked out the live view. You can actually snooze motion detection areas. So what happens is, if you go through motion settings, for example, here you can put motion zones. So let's just create one quickly. So what I can do is set a new zone. So you can see myself. It's like kind of ironic. It's weird that I'm looking at myself. Here I am. So what this allows me to do is anything within this shape, this custom shape that I put, anything that moves in that area will send like a chime notification to my cell phone and anyone else I'm sharing the account with, or the device rather. And of course, I can also adjust the sensitivity. Do I want only to detect people or all activity?
So all activity could even detect like small animals like squirrels if you had it outside, for example. And you can even set a motion schedule. Maybe you want to disable alerts when you're at work or sleeping for whatever reason. And of course, that's when you can immediately disable motion snooze. Maybe you just want to quickly ignore all the motion alerts. And of course, every time there is motion, it will send a recording to the cloud, which I'll get into the plan details later on. You can check out the device health, how is it connected to Wi-Fi or whatever it may be, how is the battery looking if you have the battery version, for example. Apple tone alerts is what kind of chime notification will you get on your phone. Video settings, of course, is where you can turn color mode on and off for night mode. Link chimes is if you have, say, extenders where you want to get alerts in your house, not just from your cell phone, but somewhere in your house you want to maybe get chime alerts. In your kitchen, you can have like a sold separately chime from Ring. And shared users where you can share access to maybe family members or friends. If you have roommates, for example, you can give them access to your camera as well. If you go to the settings up here, this is where you can adjust, well, which room do you want to specify it to be in? Is it indoors, outdoors? It's some of the details you basically go through the initial setup. And if you switch over to live view, for example, you literally get a live view. And of course, you can go through your motion history. So there's where I am. You can hit the intercom to talk. That's kind of a sample of audio I already gave you guys. You can talk to the person on the other end or just hang up. You can mute the volume immediately, or you can share it with someone or activate the siren through the plus button. And of course, I do have a Ring account. So if I go to live view, as you guys saw, I can drag over to the history here as well. I can get instant recordings. So the video footage can only be recorded and stored on Ring's cloud service. Unfortunately, you can't record it to, say, a local NAS or micro SD card slot to plug into the camera itself. And recording it to Ring's cloud service does require a subscription. The basic plan is $3 a month for basic video recording functionality, or $100 for the year, which has the same features as the basic plan, but also includes a live monitoring alarm service if you purchase the Ring alarm system. And honestly, I have to say the Ring alarm system is totally worth the money, as I actively use it, and you can find a review to it in the video description as I mentioned previously. Unfortunately, if you have the Ring alarm system and you activate away mode so you're not home, and there's any motion detected in the Ring stick-up cam's motion area, it won't trigger your alarm, which is rather unfortunate and kind of bizarre. They don't sync with one another. So what you guys are seeing is the Ring website console in case you don't have access to the app for whatever reason. From here, I can arm or disarm the alarm system, but we're focusing on the Ring stick-up cam, which is here, the dining room one. So for example, I want to see some of the history. I saw some motion here. I can just tap on it and start playing it right there on the website. And this is actually where you want to download footage for whatever reason if you need it. And of course, there's the audio being played. I'll just pause it. And you can download the footage. It takes about a minute for the system to kind of process before the video starts to download. You kind of get a full screen mode that pops up, and then all of a sudden you get the download option that appears here. If you, in case you want to share this with somebody for whatever reason, you can always share it with them. You can delete it from your cloud storage or favorite it. Remember, cloud storage only retains in your account for 60 days. After that, the footage gets deleted. So I'm really pleased with the Ring stick-up cam. Considering that I have the Ring smart doorbell, the alarm system, this fits in well with my little ecosystem that I have going on, and the app just kind of condenses it all together very nicely, and there's a lot of options. And of course, you can't record footage to your own storage. You have to buy the subscription service, and it doesn't record 24/7, only certain things like motion detection or when you choose to use live view, for example. Overall though, like I said, I'm still pretty pleased with it. Just might not be for everybody, mainly because of the price. So I hope you guys found this video useful. If you did, be sure to check out my social links in the video description. Hit the like button, it does help, subscribe, and thanks for watching.